So we have got another set of icons, and to be honest, we knew, well, we kind of semi-knew Drogba was coming. Nobody knew about Eto'o. 0 out of 6, 0 out of 8. Obviously, we take out the bronze and silver players, you've got 4 and 6, so that is very, very decent indeed. First off, obviously, Drogba was going to be the cheaper one. Let's have a look and see, is he worth it? An 83, again, Team of the Week or Foot Champs. Love that they give you the Foot Champs option. Shame they don't do it in anything else, but we'll kind of move with that. We've then got Team of the Week or Foot Champs 84, so Chelsea and Prem, 70 and 65k. We've got an 86 and an 87. 3 informs needed or Foot Champs required. You know what, that isn't awful. As a Chelsea fan, like 100% that's worth it for you. Would I say Drogba is worth it in this game? 4-star, probably back in a few months ago, you may have wanted this card. He's going to be a big striker. It's going to be quite quick. Is he going to have that agility? That is kind of where it comes down to. And I think in terms of strikers now, we've got far too many to say that he would be worth it. I'm interested. We've got a price yet on Footbin. Let's see if we have got one. I doubt we've got one just yet, but we might have. 500 is his price at the moment on the market on Xbox, so that probably is going up and down. 247 for the 87 rated squad, 60 for that, 30 for that, and then we'll discount them. So what we're looking at about 400, I'd say. 350, yeah, about 400, I'd say, is coming in at. Again, probably 400 to 500, coming in just at the price of what his transfer is. It's not awful, but again, like I say, I think in terms of him as a striker, I just don't think he's going to match some of the strikers we've got at the moment. Even just putting a flashback Neymar up front, 240, 230 of a price. He's going to do a more meta job than Drogba, and I hate going with that kind of text, but that is just what it comes to it. Drogba, like I say, for a Chelsea fan, 100% worth it. If he was a Rooney or someone like that for Man U, 100%. Yeah, I'd always be doing him, especially for 400k. With the fodder that we're getting as we keep going forward, we've got icon swaps 2 at some point. He definitely would be worth doing. Now, the real one for me is I'm interested to see where the extra 2 comes from for Eto'o, because Eto'o is fantastic. He is brilliant. And obviously, in terms of his kind of prime and moments, he's going to be, again, just unreal. We've used his... I think we've used his prime, and I want to say we've used his mid. Very, very impressed. His mid is coming in at about 733 on transfer price. Prime is coming in at 1.8. Obviously, we don't have the price for him yet either, so let's dive deep into him. So we'll do the card first, or at least the SBC first. So bronze and silver, standard, get them out of the way. We start at the 84, Barcelona, 85, Inter. Okay, no informs needed there. Then another 85. Okay, we got a dupe on them. Team of the Week, La Liga. 86, Prem. So that means 87 and 88, or 87 and 87. Thought we might have got away with it, but okay, an 88 and an 87. 1 inform needed there, no informs required there. If we're looking at it, so we know the 87's coming in about 230 to 250, judging from, obviously, Drogba. So you're looking at 500 at the minimum there. Then you have got the 86, which I think was about 100, I want to say. I don't know if that one was done on Drogba. And then a couple of 85s and an 84, probably add an extra 1 to 150. So you're looking at 500, say 6, 7. Yeah, you're pretty much looking at the price of the transfer again. Is he worth it? For me, depending on how your striker is, I think he's a good striker with moments round the corner, with primes definitely getting added into it, and a mid player pick. Again, I think he's just a bit behind the curve. If he was a prime Eto'o, I think maybe yes, but obviously that price would be a hell of a lot more. But if you're looking at, say, 1.5 for prime Eto'o, I'd probably say yes. Mid, he's very, very good, and I stress that enough, but 700 to 800k of fodder is a lot. To say that we have got a mid player pick out, everything's going to be rising. We still don't know if we're getting the R9 SBC at some point. I just think these ones are just not necessarily the right moment. Even Zidane, I think Zidane is a cracking one, but the amount of fodder that's required, and rightly so. I'm not asking for 500k for Eto'o. I'm thinking the price for him is absolutely bang on. He's the exact same as transfer market. You can go and grind it if you want it, but with people's teams right now, and especially people I've seen foot champs, objectives, rivals, everybody's teams are stacked, or at least most. If you've started the game at the very start, a lot of people's teams are stacked, or at least good enough to say, I don't quite need an Eto'o in this right now. Like I say, Neymar's 230. You could easily play him as striker. You can play him as left forward. A lot of people can go buy a Ronaldo for 130k. And if you are a casual, then that's perfect. 130k is really not that hard to get. Over the course of months, especially, let alone a week, 2 weeks, you can definitely do it. To say you're going to whack 750 in, I just don't think he's worth doing, in my opinion. I think the price is absolutely bang on. If you haven't got a striker, then go for it. But for me, I think there's 750k worth of fodder elsewhere right there. I personally would prefer a mid player pick, but I'm a big gambler of mid icons. I very rarely like doing icon player SBCs unless they're there permanently. If they're there permanently, I can grind away. If I've got a duplicate 85 team, fairs, I'll whack it in. If there's nothing else to do, I'm more than happy. But with the fact that I can go and literally go do this right now, then go ahead and go do this pick, which again it's a little expensive for my liking. 287s, an 85 and an 85 is very, very expensive. We will probably do one at the minimum, but I was hoping for a bit cheaper. We will see how it goes, but I guarantee we will get at least one done. It is repeatable twice. You know me, we get one for a video and then we're quite happy. We still do have a mid or prime upgrade as well. That obviously being a pack, this being a 1 of 3 pick. So expect that soon, but I would much rather go and do that than obviously go and do an Eto'o, because I can guarantee I'll go do Eto'o or Drogba and he'll be one of the options. So for me, I personally prefer the gambling route. Again, like I say, if you're not necessarily mad on fodder and you don't grind enough to continuously get fodder every few days, then yeah, the safe option might be better. I always prefer the mid, just in case. You never know. I have packed a Eusebio before. We have Maradona this year. But also we have Inzaghi, we've had Vieri, we've had Pires. We've had a lot of stinkers, but again, every time you get a stinker, sometimes you just get that break. And who knows? That for me is what I like the mid icon picks, any packs. That is personally what I like to do. So for me, I think they're good pricing and they're semi-decent players. Like Eto'o is fantastic as a striker. Drogba, again, more as a Chelsea legend than a meta striker. Eto'o's definitely in that books and is coming in at a relatively reasonable price. But for me, I think definitely save your fodder, in my opinion. Let me know what you think down below and make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.